Libra, what is going on? This is your monthly chakra healing video for the month of April, and we have a ton of stuff to talk about, like a ton. So we're gonna get right into it because there's a lot of stuff that y'all going through within this month. So let's just go over the cards real quick, okay? All right. And the cute part about this reading is that Pink, who is my girlfriend and my dog, apparently, because we just moved in together, so I am officially a mama. She jumped off the bed right before I started shuffling for the Libra reading, and then she actually just started sitting right next to me. So I think she's co-signing this reading for whatever the reason. But we're gonna talk about all this. So for the root chakra this month, you have the High Priestess and the Two of Pentacles. Sacral chakra, you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Solar plexus, you have the Ace of Cups. Heart chakra, you have the Five of Swords. Throat chakra, you have the Devil and the Two of Cups. Third eye, you have the Nine of Cups. And then crown chakra, you have Strength. For your oracle cards, you have Soulmate, Home, Boundaries. Then you have Coming Apart, Dry Desert, and Home Again. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about. The first thing I kind of gravitated to talk about, even though I want to jump into and talk about this situation right here, but I have to talk about this first. You guys got two home cards in this reading. Oh, by the way, the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles and the Tower card. So the home cards, what do they mean? What you mean, Abby? We're already at home. What you mean by the home card? Why do you want to highlight it? Why is it important? I'm gonna tell you why it's important. Okay, paciencia. So as I had previously stated within the other readings, air signs and fire signs are having the worst time with this pandemic and dealing with the staying at home with this pandemic. But this is not necessarily what this specific thing means, as much as y'all love being out there because y'all is one as the air. But that's it. This is not what I'm taking it as. The context of your reading has to do with a love relationship. However, that love relationship has been a very toxic love relationship. The problem with this love relationship situation is that, honestly, I feel like depending on which Libra it is, because this energy could be manifesting in two different ways. One, you have come to a realization from this root chakra in air, because this is very much airy energy. You got the High Priestess and the Two of Pentacles, which is a lot of dualities. First of all, the High Priestess rules all the twos in tarot, okay? So she rules this Two of Pentacles energy in the physical realm. And so this already hints at a duality of knowing. And I feel like there is, you guys have gotten to this moment within April where you know who this person is that makes you feel at home. But you also, for the other person, you also know that which you have been rooted in, okay, within the physical realm, in a love relationship, you know intuitively, your gut is telling you, you just know that this situation is very toxic. This situation has kind of kept you stuck within this physical realm, and you've just, even though you see this person as a home person, because that is a thing. There are people within the world where you have them in your life and you can see them, whether periodically or all the time, and that could be a parental figure, that could be a relationship partner, where you are spending time with them, and you know that when you're spending time with them, when you're at their house, whatever the case may be, you feel at home there with them there. They are your home base. And if this is a relationship partner, this has been a very toxic home base, okay? But you have been kind of having to take the moments to analyze with what everything is going on. the toxicity and the imbalances that you have been very aware. And it's so crazy to me because I watch Governor Cuomo's daily press briefings every single day because I want to keep up to date with what's going on, because I live in the tri-state area. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what policies are being enacted. I want to know all the things, especially because I'm an essential worker. I work 5 days a week, if not more, and I am pretty much working my ass off every single day. So I want to make sure that I know what's going on around me, what policies are in place, all of these different things. So for me, I feel like it because you guys have been like locked in your actual home place physically, because as the cardinal sign that is ruled by air, you guys like to kind of keep it very easy breezy. But because you've been kind of stuck in this place, I feel like for some people it has brought up some issues, specifically with the domestic violence situation. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because within his press briefings, he has made it, he has kind of brought that up a couple of times, that he understands that by keeping people at home, there's a higher amount of domestic violence cases happening within people's houses. And it's kind of just because everybody's just stuck at home every single day. It's not happening periodically every other time or whatever. It's just happening constantly, that a lot of people are going through a lot of emotional issues. And it's almost like when you're forced to experience the same thing every single day, even if you're going through a domestic violence experience and it's not necessarily like you're not getting hit all the time, it's just like maybe verbally getting abused and stuff like that, maybe like the range of it are what some might not consider serious, you're still stuck in this place within yourself, because nobody can go into your brain and, you know, kind of judge or tell you what it is that you're thinking and if it's wrong. And like, your brain is a safe space within what's going on right now. So whether or not physically you are not able to move, in your brain you're able to dissect and bring the knowing that it is that you kind of really need to experience and process right now, which has allowed you to transmute that within the physical realm and seek where there is imbalances within you, the things that you have been within your root chakra that you are not rooted in, and how you can fix that. So you have been in this kind of almost like self-analyzation like situation of what you're grounded in, of your home base, of the things that you with the place you claim to be home is your home base. It is connected to your root chakra, and depending on how healthy or unhealthy that is, it shows what imbalances that you need to work on. And because it's in a physical realm and you got the 2 home cards, I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on within the home that is just like, especially here, you see the Tower and the Ace of Pentacles. There's so much stuff happening within the physical realm for you guys that you guys can't be your easy breezy selves. You guys are still dealing with a lot of toxicity within your space, and your brain is your only safe space. So you're having to kind of just talk to yourself right now a lot. There is a duality where you're just kind of holding space in your brain and actually trying to process what is going on in a way that is true to your nature, because these kind of balancing scenarios, the duality is something that you're comfortable with because you do rule justice. So you get to analyze these things and say, okay, this doesn't feel right, this is just wrong, this is just you know what, I don't like the way that was said to me. I don't like the way that it just didn't come out right. And my spirit didn't really like that. Like, there's just a more kind of looking at your experience and seeing what's actually going on, and actually listening to yourself when it comes to your emotions, which is why I heavily feel like this is why the 2 home cards came out. Now, within your sacral space, you have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, which means that you're actively trying to let go, even though you might not be able to physically completely let go in that way because of the state of what's going on within the world. So it really depends where you're at, but you're emotionally kind of under, like, taking out the root from where this situation has been rooted from and trying to remove it. So you're kind of already planting the seeds of removal of, you know what, this person doesn't know that this is about to happen, but I'm about to leave. So there is kind of like these slowly but surely, this is gonna happen, the shit's gonna hit the fan, but you already know that. Now with your heart, with your solar plexus, you have the Ace of Cups. So there's still a lot of emotions that are happening, but there's also liberation. This is the after tarot, so it actively shows what comes after the like original Rider-Waite. So while I do see a lot of emotions and a lot of like kind of, I don't want to say drowning in emotion or anything like that, it's more like almost like an emotional cleansing. Like you guys are just able to process your feelings in a way that feels liberating, especially for why, since you've been holding on so much. Your willpower for this month is liberation, and it's beautiful because you're just like, you know what, I embody this partnership energy, I embody this love energy, I embody this union energy, but I have not been in a solid good one for a while, and I need to release that in order for me to experience that which is true to my own nature. So there is kind of like this coming back to yourself energy within your solar plexus, where you want the thing that you know you can have, you know what I mean? Within your heart chakra, with the Five of Swords in reverse, there is kind of a moment of not getting the satisfaction of being able to disconnect from this which has been toxic, because it's in reverse right now. You're not really able to move forward. And again, it's kind of like, because we're all stuck at home, and if you're living with this person, you can't just leave, you know. So it's kind of a little bit of frustrating to not have this vindication, this just like, you know what, I get to leave now, I know what I want, I know who I am, all this stuff. You guys don't have that moment right now, and it sucks. So your heart is very much like waiting to flip this card over and just kind of move forward and into a new stage. And you guys will move very quickly, because again, you guys are the fastest air sign, fastest moving air sign, which is kind of up to debate, because it could be Gemini that's the fastest moving air sign, but you know. Anyway, within your throat chakra, you guys are actively talking about the toxicities that have been underlining in your relationship. And I can tell that your throat chakra and your root chakra are very much connected within this time period, because the Devil card, Capricorn, that root chakra energy, hinting at all the toxicities, all the things that you've kind of been used to, all of the shadows that you've had to kind of deal with this person. Just kind of coming to light. And yes, you have felt like this person has been home to you, but it's not the way you want to be at home. It's not right. It doesn't just meet the requirement right just yet. And what you want is very relevant within your third eye. You want to be happy. You want all of you want to have your cake, and you want to eat it too. You want to have all your cups in a row. And that's something that you see for yourself within the future. So it's a very beautiful thing. Within your crown chakra, you have strength, and it's crazy because Leo energy kind of has been popping off throughout the readings, but you have strength in your crown chakra, which tells me that you have an actual passion for wanting to kind of hold yourself together, not only from the upper chakra standpoint, but also for how you're moving in the world, whether you're just, you know, planning your moves and not trying to be super flashy, or not trying to like just completely kick somebody out, or, you know, trying to start anything that would kind of get you in a situation that you don't want to be in for safety reasons or whatever. You guys are kind of plotting things just right. You're doing things, you know, you're holding your strength, you're maintaining your strength to your core. And even though this person could have been like a very much a soulmate situation, which is why you felt so much at home, not all soulmates you're supposed to keep them, okay? And this is when the boundaries come in. And you might want to just keep one of the bedrooms within the house to yourself, and just have that and be like, hey, I'm just doing some work here, and just make sure there's a lock in there, lock yourself in there throughout the day, and not have any contact with that person. Like, however it is that you want to approach it, you do have to kind of set a you know what, I feel like to an extent, I feel like there's kind of a little bit of some lies being told, depending on how this person is able to believe you, if they do, or if they're easily deceived. I feel like you can kind of get away with like creating false boundaries, like, oh, I'm just not feeling well, I just want to stay in my room right now, or like, you know, just kind of really physically disconnecting and making that person not really communicate with you in any way, shape, or form. This is also why the coming apart card it showed up within this reading. The other one that showed up is dry desert. So there is this kind of feeling of like not getting water, not getting the nourishment that you need, which is why your solar plexus looks like this. Is the Ace of Cups. You do want to have that love. You do want to have that connection with someone. You do want to build on something true and real. You want to have a different home base that is more accurate to your experience, to who you are. And that's something that, while I know you're actively and emotionally manifesting, and that I know that you're not going to have that much of a trouble manifesting since that is within your rulership, it still doesn't necessarily feel so good right now. And all of these realizations, all this whole experience that you're going through, might not necessarily be the funnest thing that you could be doing. But this is a necessary process. And if you didn't take this time to process this whole situation with the amount of time that you have put into the situation, do you think that you would still be within this relationship for the next couple of months, maybe even more years of it, like just enduring this constant kind of relationship thing that, you know, you to an extent you feel comfortable because it does feel like a home base, but at the same time it's not quite right. Do you know what I mean? So it's definitely about, and even like your bottom of the deck for your oracle card is fire and release. You guys have like some work that you're doing, and I feel like for right now, practice some self-care. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Don't just I guess get lost in the sauce of it all. Like really try to treat yourself even amidst like all of the things that are kind of going on, and try to make sure that you're still okay, like mentally, like you're still okay, you're not like in a state of suffering or feeling sorry for yourself or whatever it is. Like don't do that. Just understand, like process the truth that you know, which is why the High Priestess came out. Process the truth that you know, and then actively work to change your future, so that you can have a more stable and almost like a proper future where you feel like, you know what, this is what I chose to do, this feels right to me, this is what I know to be true, and I'm going for it. This is who I am, and this is what I'm gonna accept, this is what I'm not gonna accept, and then move forward from that, and then start working your magic later when things kind of clear up and we're able to kind of shift in and be more social. Then start calling in that energy into your life. Okay, so that was your reading for April. I hope that you guys have a beautiful month. Definitely practice some self-care. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.